Hey guys, this is TD Commentary. This is my very first video. Really excited to share with everyone some of my personal thoughts on economy and global affairs. Today, I want to address and send a message to all regular hardworking folks to be aware about things that are going on in the world, and as a rally call to protect and hedge themselves amidst the global chaos. I'm certainly not here to call doomsday. However, I think that the serial underperformance of our global leaders and institutions have escalated to a point where I think they will shortly have to make a trade-off that would not be favorable to the hardworking working class folks that are working their socks off every day. The current debt of the US looks simply unreal, $33 trillion. Dollars. Just to illustrate the magnitude, China's GDP was around $18 trillion in 2022, while European Union's GDP is $16 trillion in 2022. This means that the US debt will soon exceed the GDP of both China and EU combined. That is just simply crazy, and it doesn't look like it will stop anytime soon. As we can see, the US debt has grown exponentially over the last 20 plus years, growing by almost 7 times. We know the reasons: multiple wars in the Middle East, Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, the list goes on. War is expensive, and this has cost the US treasuries trillions over the last 20 years. It doesn't look like this will stop. Middle East is still unstable. Ukraine-Russia is still ongoing. The US unfortunately is caught in the position of being a global policeman. Entitlement programs are also increasing due to America's aging population. No new president will ever be elected if they're going to cut social programs. It is anyone's guess whether there could be a leader that could rise up that can convince the voters that they should cut social spending to protect the future generation. But will the American public be convinced? The final nail is really the growing interest repayments. The Fed has been raising interest rates and now it stands at the top end of 5.5%, with speculations on one more rate hike in December. The math simply doesn't add up. The higher the debt, the higher the interest rates, the higher the repayments. There's simply no way around it. According to Congressional Budget Office, US interest repayments could take up to 35% of all federal revenues by 2053. This is not surprising at all given rising interest rates coupled with never-ending deficit spending. How can we even stop this mess? Now, for politicians, where can they cut to reduce deficit spending? Will the voters elect a leader that is simply going to cut Social Security, health benefits, Medicare, Medicaid, or will they prefer to take the easy way out, kick the can down the road, and take on more debt, print more money, impact the reputation as a stable reserve currency? These are questions with no easy answers, but certainly as regular folks, we need to be prepared for all eventuality, especially since we have politicians and leaders showing time and again they're willing to devalue the currency to save the economy, which means that regular savers globally oftentimes get hurt the most. We need to hedge and prepare for all eventuality. I don't have a crystal ball, but we need to own a diversified group of assets outside of cash to hedge our risk. We need to own companies with strong balance sheets and earnings globally. Gold, precious metal, real assets that cannot be printed. That is the only way out. We simply cannot depend on anyone else but ourselves to ensure that our years of hard work and labor will not simply get eradicated due to poor policies, lack of foresight, or the sheer incapability and greed of institutions. Stay safe, everyone, and if you like the video, please subscribe. Thanks, and signing off.